Hey, good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Hey, Facebook. Hey, YouTube. Good evening, guys. All right. All set up. Narrowed down to my two devices now. All right. Okay. Gonna get started. Hey, when you come on, please shout out, say hello, say who you are so I can know who's there. YouTube. Hey, YouTube. Somebody popped up on YouTube. Let me know who it is. Hey, Facebook. Good evening, Facebook. Somebody popped up on Facebook. Hey, good evening, everyone. Hey, so let's get started. Good evening. I'm Donna. Hey, and welcome to Real Life Relationship Growth. This is my segment, our segment called Camper Conversations. Camper Conversations. So, for those of you who are new, we have some new subscribers to YouTube. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that. We have some new followers who joined the family on Facebook. Thank you for that. So, for those of you who do not know, this is our weekly get together called Camper Conversations on our page, Real Life Relationship Growth. All right, so Camper Conversations, just a real quick snippet. Camper Conversations came out because, as most of you all know, I bought a fifth wheel camper. Um, and had this thought one day, yo, I should go into the camp and do little segments and have little chit chats and talk to my people, to my family about different topics and different subjects that relate to us as adults in relationships. Period. In relationships. Um, so I started out going into my camper, sat out there, did like 30 minutes, did like 20 minutes, and then it expanded and it grew. Wintertime came. Um, Summertime actually started getting too hot. Hey, Nicole, started getting too hot to be in the camper. So I reverted it here to my living room. Until I get a generator, guys, and I'm working on that. Until I get a generator, I'm going to be here in the AC. So y'all forgive me for the up and down looking, but we're going to get to why I'm doing that in just a second. So this is called Camper Conversations. Going to continue to call it Camper Conversations. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Nicole. Going to keep it at Camper Conversations because I just love the little ring of it. I just love that, Camper Conversations. I don't want to say couch conversations, even though I'm sitting on my couch, but y'all get it. Y'all know what it is. Okay. So, a little bit of housekeeping. Listen, guys. Listen, guys. Listen, guys. We have we have a YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel. It's been up for a little bit now. Yes, please, please go. Thank you, Nicole. Go to the YouTube channel, please. Subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you won't miss any of our get togethers. You won't miss any of our get togethers. But go to YouTube, please. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go to the YouTube channel because I want to grow our family here on YouTube. That way, I'm not doing this because I'm doing this right now because I'm looking at Facebook and then I'm looking at YouTube. So I'm trying to keep it all together where it doesn't seem like I'm just flip flopping, but I want to kind of migrate to this screen right here to YouTube. So please, 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 if you have not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, please go to YouTube, Real Life Relationship Growth Channel, subscribe, hit the bell icon. So anytime I come and go live, anytime we have a meetup, our little meet and greets, like I like to call them, you won't miss one. It'll remind you. Y'all, I get all the time, all during the week. Oh, I miss Camper Conversation. Oh, I miss Camper Conversations. I got to put it in my calendar. I got to remember, but I forgot. YouTube will let you know. So you won't forget. You won't have to worry about your calendar. You don't have to worry about trying to remember it. So go to the YouTube channel, please. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the bell icon so it can remind you. I only come on here once a week, guys, so it's not going to drive you crazy. You're not going to get a whole lot of notifications saying YouTube, unless you have other channels that you watch and you listen to, you enjoy. So Please do that for me. Greatly would appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. So hey, we're gonna get started. We're gonna kick off. We have been going, guys, an hour or so, maybe a little bit more. And to be totally honest with you, it was never my intention to go that long. But sometimes we get into some good topics and we going, hey sis, we going, and time gets lost. Time waits for no one, but time gets lost. And sometimes I don't realize what time it is till I look in the corner, um, and know it's time for us to get off. So we're gonna get started because I want to try to keep it, you know, keep it in a timely manner. All right. So we're going to enjoy this. So, as you guys know, I get topics from things posted to the page. You guys, and here's my little segment, my little part for the brothers. Thank you kindly, sirs. The men are really active on this page. The men are really active. How are they active? Y'all might not see them out front and up front, but I get inbox messages, I get text messages, sometimes having phone conversations with some of my male friends, and they'll give me topics. They'll give me different topics to discuss. So, fellas, I really appreciate it. Big up to y'all. Big up to my brothers. Sisters, love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I get things from you all as well. So let's just keep this thing going. So the whole point and purpose of this page, the whole point and purpose of real life relationship growth is just what it says. We are people living real lives in relationships, and we want them to grow in healthy ways. We don't always know how to do that. We don't always know how to communicate with one another, how to feel things, how to respond. And sometimes when a friend gives you a little bit of advice because they may have been there in that situation before, it helps you, excuse me, it helps you out and it makes it a little bit easier to navigate. So, this is the criteria for being in this group. This is the criteria. You have to be an adult who is single, dating, courting, married, or divorced. I should have hit every adult in some category, in one of those categories. Ooh, yeah, my nose is tingling a little bit. Um, in one of those categories. Single, dating, courting, married, or divorced. Like we fall in one of those categories. We fall in one of those categories. Sis girl, can we take a minute? You look Thank you, sis. That's y'all. That's my cheerleader. That's my big sister Claudette. Claudette Brown. That's my big sister. She's always complimenting me and letting me know how she feels that I look. So I appreciate it, sis. Thank you so much. You know them Joseph girls. You know them Joseph girls. All right, y'all. So if you fall into any of those categories, this is the place for you. This is the channel for you. This is the group for you. This is the family for you. So let me say this. I am not a relationship expert. Don't claim to be, don't proclaim to be, never have said that I was. I am a Black woman living this life in this world, enjoying myself and doing the damn thing. That is who I am. Period. I am enjoying this life that my God has given me and permitted me to be a part of. And what better way than to enjoy life, but by helping one another? I truly believe, I tell my kids all the time, I used to tell them all the time, hey, and I know, some of us heard this, and it's probably where it came from, but I took it to a different level and thought, am I my brother's keeper? Am I my brother's keeper? Hey, Ricardo. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I have been through some things in life that maybe another young lady or another or young man is dealing with, and the advice that I may give can be helpful to them. Or there may be someone who's dealing with something in life who's dealt with something that I have not dealt with as yet. But if I'm here and they're here and we can say, hey, can I give you a little bit of word of advice? Can I can I tell you how this may help you or that may help you? That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. We're here to love on one another. We're here to support one another, and we're here to not belittle one another. We're not here to um, we're not here to. I'm sorry. Some people asked me to give them some reminders, guys, and I want to try to do that real quick. We are not here to low rate one another. One thing you will not find on this page is bashing. We don't female, we don't male bash. We don't do that. We don't do that here. Because anything that's not conducive and productive to growth, um, anything that's not is not something that we're going to do. So if you send me something inbox, because I do have to approve everything that goes out on the page. If you send something to me and it's not I get jokes. I post a lot of jokes. I post things that you guys send in. They're jokes. They're funny. Some people may be offended, yes, but if you're not bitches and hoes and he a dog and this and that, we're good to go. We're gonna share those laughs. We talk about serious things. We talk about funny things. We talk about sexual things. We talk about real things. All right. All right. So let's get started. Let's get started. All right. Let's get started. All right. So our topic, and like I said, our topics come from either things that you all send me, you inbox, or text to me, or post on the page. And some of the things, guys, some of the things are things that I post. Some things that are posted to the page come from me. They're my brainchild. And I want to share it, or I want to get a laugh or whatever, or want to share a laugh or whatever. So if you have something, feel free. Please feel free to send it to me. All right. So our topic tonight. Our topic tonight. Online dating. Why or why not? Online dating. Why or why not? Why not? So I have a question. I have a question. And I know and I know everyone does not get immediately joined, right? There are going to be some people that kind of flow in. I know it's Friday, people getting home, people getting settled or whatever. So, all the videos will be posted to, of course, the YouTube channel. They grow. We have about 48 videos posted to the channel now. I believe this will be 49. We got to kick off something big for the 50th, y'all. We got to do something big for the 50th. But also on the Facebook channel, all the videos are posted at the top of the page. So you can go back at any point in time and watch and pause and go for it and come back and whatever. You can do it anytime you can do that. But I like to pose questions when we're starting. I like to pose questions. And you can still answer these later because I do go back and I look. And of course, YouTube lets me know when someone has commented. But on Facebook, there's a button that says insights. And you can go on there and click and see how many people watched the video and how many people may have made a comment on the video. And you can continue to feed like that. All right. So I had a question. My question was, if you don't mind answering, how many people have had a successful relationship through online dating? That was my first question. My second question is going to be, how many people have had horror stories, not so many successful situations with online dating? That was my question. Claudette said, I believe in online dating as long as you are careful and do your relationship research. Okay. Okay. She believes in online dating as long as you're careful and you do your relationship research. All right. Um, I just want to kind of give a chance for anybody to answer. Anybody to answer. Online dating. Why or why not? Have you had success with online dating? Have you had success? Or have you has it been a horror story? Do you have horror stories? Like, was it the worst? The worst. Nicole said, I have never considered online dating. She said, I've never considered online dating. Okay. Okay. All right. So, me personally, let me give an answer to this question. An answer to this question for me. I didn't like online dating. I didn't feel comfortable with it. It just was not for me. It just was not for me. I felt like, that's too much. And, I really didn't know a lot about online dating because it wasn't something that I was interested in. So it was never a thought for me. Never created a profile and stuff like that. Never felt really a need to do online dating. Not that I was in a position where, you know, dudes was just rolling. It was just like that. But it was just never into me. It was never interest to me. Um, I didn't feel comfortable with it. I didn't really feel safe with it, to be honest. Didn't really feel safe with it. So I was having a discussion, having a conversation. My sister and I talk all the time. We talk about everything. My niece and I, we talk every day. We talk about everything. We talk about a lot of things. I have heard of others' horror stories. Yes. And I have heard horror stories too. Yeah. I think I've heard more negatives about online dating than positives. And that's probably kind of what turned me off to it. Um, but again, I never kind of, hey, Kevin, I never kind of, um, I've never kind of really felt I had a need to do. So I guess that's why I kind of overlooked it as well. Claudette said, let's see, let's make sure I'm getting the comments here. Yeah, now I have to read over here. I have to go over here and read it because it's bigger. Online dating, never heard stories. Claudia said, uh, at least with online dating, you can do your research on a person through the social media sites and then compare to conversations. Yep, compare to conversations. So yeah, we talk about those negatives and those positives. Um, when it comes to, come on screen, there we go. When it comes to online dating. So what I was saying, I personally did not agree, did not really like online dating. It just wasn't for me. But had a few conversations um, with not just female friends, but male friends as well. And there were two particular people that kind of encouraged me, I guess, to, as of lately, create a profile on one of the dating online dating formats. On the one of the online dating formats. All right. So I did. I did. It literally, y'all, took me months to actually do it. It literally took me months to actually do it because I just didn't want to. Just didn't feel comfortable with it, right? So, total transparency, honesty, y'all. I created a profile, took some of my best shots because y'all know I love taking pictures. Listen, this has been me all my life. Like, I was always the one in junior high, high school, walking around with the camera. I was snapping pictures of everybody, snapping pictures of everybody. My bedroom walls in high school were plastered with pictures of all my friends. I made posters and my boyfriend and all kind of pictures, even the sneakers I liked and all of that. My room, that's what it looked like. because I just love taking pictures. I would have bags of rolls of cameras. So anyway, um, camera rolls rather, film. Um, so I created a profile on this particular uh, dating site. Created a profile, y'all. Put about 5 different pictures up, just different pictures, like casual, sporty, just different pictures. I think I put a picture up of me for my 50th birthday, one of my photo shoot birthday pictures or whatever. Put that up, y'all. Now I'm not saying this is just me, because I had a conversation with a male friend, relative today, as a matter of fact, and they themselves created, excuse me, a profile on this same dating site. And it's crazy because we didn't even have a conversation, but we both created profiles on this same particular site, right? And what was funny to me, he was saying, "Man, I'm trying to navigate this thing. Um, I'm trying to navigate this thing. I'm coming back to you, Kevin. I see you. I'm trying to navigate this thing. Like, it's so many of them." Like, that's what he said. He was like, "It's so many of them." Hey, Rod. He was like, "It's so many of them. It's so many of them." And I was like, "Bruh, I understand." Because every morning when I first created my profile, it was late at night. I was just sitting there watching TV, playing on my phone, as I do a lot. And I was like, let me go ahead and do this. So I did. When I woke up the next morning, there were 31, it showed 31 plus um people that liked your profile. And I was still trying to navigate through this thing and try to figure out how it works. Um, because I've heard and watched in movies where they say swipe left, swipe right, or whatever. Didn't particularly know what site that was, but from what I'm understanding, quite a few of them do the swipe left, swipe right thing. I guess it's easier. Um, so I woke up the next morning and it was like 31 plus. And one side said um, 31 plus people liked your profile. The other side said you matched with such and such amount of people. And I was like, oh my goodness. I was like really kind. And again, I'm not saying that this is just me, because he said the same thing. He was like, it was so many, it was so many that responded on the page. He was like, man, let me sit down and go through this thing. Don't want to miss anybody's comments. Kevin said, not afraid of online dating. Now with new media like Duo and Facebook Live, you can actually see and talk to folks in real time, though distant. With live communication, you can gauge whether or not someone is being true or disingenuous. Disingenuous. Okay. So Kevin said he's not afraid of online dating. And you're right, Kevin. Um when I clicked on several of the matches that I thought was, oh, brother, fine. Oh, okay. I like what that says. When I clicked on several, it gave options to, of course, it says you can exchange numbers or whatever. And if you exchange numbers, then of course, you could chat, video chat. All forums do that now. You could video chat or whatever with these people, and just see. So one guy sent me a message, and he was like, can we FaceTime? Assuming I had an iPhone, which I do, but he was like, can we FaceTime? And I was like, because let me tell you how I kind of gauge things. Even with my Facebook page and accepting friends or TikTok or whatever, um, accepting friends or exchanging numbers, going that further, that much further. I have this copy and paste thing that I do, literally. And my copy and paste is I appreciate the ad, or I appreciate the interest, or thank you for the compliment. But I would really like for us to chat a little bit before actually going to that next step. Now, granted, they can see your Facebook page or whatever, or IG page or whatever. But these sites you can only give your first name. So my first name was only there, but people that know what they're doing, they can go further. They can go further. So he was like, well, I kind of choose immediately because, people be out here catfishing. And I laughed and I was saying to myself, that is one of the reasons why this is not for me. This is not for me. That's what I was just thinking. That's one of the reasons. And I told him, I said, I totally understand. I get it. But this is my comfort level. Um, and if you don't mind, if that works for you, then I'd rather wait a little bit. Let's just chat a little bit. This guy immediately was like, well, you're not ready for this. So I said, deuces. Another guy I said the same thing. And he was like, oh, no problem, no pressure. I was like, okay, cool. Okay, cool. No pressure. The responses that you want. But this online thing, y'all, it's just it's like speed dating, so to speak, kind of. It's quick. It's going, and there's so many, and you looking and you swiping and you this and you that and you this and you that. And to me, for me, y'all, after literally 2 weeks, I took my profile down. I took it down because, for one, it was overwhelming for me. It really, really was. Now, men try to talk to me. They'll see me and they'll say something, and it's more so men that I already know that may shoot me an inbox message and say something to me. But I'm more comfortable because I know them, to an extent. But for me, I don't know. It's that uneasiness of strangers, strangers. But my niece made a point to me. She was like, what's the difference? I'm sorry. Kevin said, yes, catfishing is real. That's why I need to see whom I'm talking to. Yes, I get it, Kevin. I do. I do understand that. I do. And I wasn't going to make him wait too long, but he didn't accept my explanation. So because he didn't accept my explanation, he made a choice, and I said, deuces, he moved on. There was a choice made. If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. So, that's what he did. Claudia said, the thing about it is open up, open up. You can meet someone and they can look good. They can look good, but they can catfish the mess out of you with a personality. So since you have to get to know each other anyway, take a chance. Be safe though. Be safe though. Y'all probably can already tell this is one of the people that kind of encouraged me to do this. My sister. We would have little conversations about it. But yeah, she was one of the ones that kind of encouraged me. But you're right. You're right. So again, this is kind of twofold, y'all. Y'all know when we get into a discussion, it's not always cut and dry what the title is, right? Y'all should know me by now. It's not just cut and dry that. But I just wanted to kind of give a little overview of my experience with it, with online dating and where I am with it. And I just wanted to get y'all's take on online dating and where y'all. I was really interested in knowing how many success stories that we have, how many families, how many in the family has some success stories that they can share about online dating and how it worked out for them. And then also, how many people have horror stories and why it did not work out for them. Because again, I'm getting to another point, guys. I'm getting to another point, as y'all know I always do. I'm getting to another point. Um, so just trying to give a little time for y'all to kind of answer. So, um, like my sister was saying, you taking a chance either way, but you want to be safe in the process of you taking your chance. You want to be safe and being safe as possible, like so. Um, there is there are so many different ways when we can look people up and we can check them out. That's just society now. We have that capability to look people up. And I don't think there's anything wrong. Hey, Patrice, how are you? I don't think there's anything wrong in you looking into someone that wants to get in a personal space with you. I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with that. Because like my sister said, they can show you the face. You can meet that perfect representative and physically you can see them, but there are things about people, there are things in the background, in the backdrop that we don't know. And they could be negative, they could be positive. So I like to take the route to be able to look people up and be able to see, do they have a criminal record? Um, there's so much information that you can find out about someone and make a determination. Um, we get into this position and place where we kind of judge people off the first thing that we see and we hear. And we have to be careful, yes, because truth be told, I went through a relationship. I was in a relationship with someone who was totally not who he said he was. Totally not who he said he was. He presented himself in such an astute manner and in such a way where I truly believe he was a professional at fooling people. There are professionals at fooling people. So you have to just be careful. Kevin said people run games whether live or online. Exactly. Trust someone until they give you a reason not to. I believe that, Kevin. I believe that, Kevin. You trust someone until they give you reason not to. And to be totally honest with y'all, once I created the profile, it was kind of fun. It was fun. But I think it got so overwhelming for me because there was so many so many people coming at me at one time, and there was so I was trying to respond and choose. And then sometimes I felt bad because it said this person likes, and then especially y'all, if they send you a message, I have no problem with telling a brother no thank you. I have no problem with doing that. But a part of it was kind of uneasy, right? It's kind of uneasy because I'm like, no, no. And I was doing a lot of knowings, until I got to the point, like, what's the point? Like, what's the point? It's an easy way. It's an easy way. Hey, Tony, what's up, girl? You have to be your own. You have to be your own private eye and do your due diligence because most likely they'll do they'll do this or they'll do theirs. I think that's what she's trying to say. I think that's what she's trying to say. Yes. Hey, Dominic, my little brother on YouTube. Thank you, little brother. He said I'm the opposite. I don't trust, but I won't hold back anything. We can chill, go out, hang, and have a good time, but I'm expecting them to show true colors, so I protect myself from the hurt part. From the hurt part. That's true, Dominic. That's good. That's good. I don't think any way that you choose to protect yourself is wrong. We all have had different experiences. We all have dealt with some kissing some frogs and some medusas and some what's is it Cinderella? Um when the witch turned beautiful or something. What was that? There was a witch that turned beautiful. Oh, what am I talking about? Little Mermaid. Ariel. Y'all, I am a Little Mermaid fanatic. I am a Little Mermaid fan. I have everything said Ariel. Trust and believe. But in The Little Mermaid, Ursula did that. Like she disguised herself. And she was the beautiful, perfect, and she was, Ariel's basically twin sister, and she just had dark colored hair, or whatever. but but she disguised herself, and people do that. So here we come, guys. We're through this halfway point. This is the other point. This is where I was trying to get to. There's another point. I wanted to kind of go into people's thoughts of online dating, um, the do's and the don'ts, and get some, a little advice on how you do it and how you deal with it. If you enjoy it, if it works for you, then put in the chat for me that it does work for you and how you navigate it if you like to share. If it doesn't, be like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. And you don't have to share your bad experiences if you don't want, because every situation is different. Everybody can deal in different manners in different ways. But this is the point. This is where I'm trying to get to, guys. This is where I'm trying to get to. So this is twofold. This topic is twofold. Online dating leads to connections. It leads to quick, fast connections. It takes out the guesswork, so to speak. It takes out the legwork. It's a guy said to me, a particular guy that I met through this particular site said to me, "This is for lazy daters. Like lazy people can come here, like because it does everything for you." Because you have to give a a detailed profile of you. You have to give something about yourself. Those questions that people are going to ask: do you have children? Do you smoke? Do you drink? You know, your belief factors or whatever those are. You can put all those things. He was like, "This is the place for lazy daters," and I laughed at that because it made so much sense. Because if you meet somebody on the street and you ask them for their number and they decide to give it to you, whichever way that goes, nothing wrong with a lady asking a brother for his number. I don't feel like there is. I don't feel like there is. It doesn't mean the dynamics that dating and the places and positions that the males and females hold have to change just because you asked the brother for his number. Dominic said, "I like online dating. I work a lot and don't go out much to meet people. Online dating gives you a chance to meet someone, and for what I'm looking for, it works." Okay, okay. So for what he worked, yeah. And what you're looking for works because, again, you can put up in these profiles what you want. Um, Long-term relationships, just looking for somebody to um, talk to, or um, I haven't seen anything like just one night stand. I haven't seen that. But I've seen some people type that. Like pretty much I'm gonna let you know. Um, I ain't here for the games. I'm just here to hit it and quit it. That's all I want. I mean, if people are being truthful and honest. So um it being for the lazy dater, not in a negative sense, how he put it, makes so much sense. And in doing this, like I was saying, it gave me some thoughts, y'all. It gave me some thought processes. So, in the different people I talk to, I'm talking to about the online dating, I'm talking to males and I'm talking to females. Do y'all know? And I'm going to give y'all a second to tell me what is the number one thing that the men and women are both saying alike. The number one thing that both men and women are saying alike. Kevin said, "Nah, the benefit of online dating is you actually got to put up or shut up. When you finally meet, you have to you have to be exactly what you projected from the gate. Folks will expect that gentleman or lady that you put in that profile." Yo, Kevin. Kevin is always on point, y'all. I love him. I love you, Kevin. Kevin is always on point. Kevin, I love that. You're right. You don't have the the benefit of it is you that representative that um you don't get a chance to really see and meet, it's you gonna know. It's right there. It's right there. Not that you're gonna know everything, but I get what he's saying. I get Kevin's point. Like, you gonna have to put up or shut up. Like, wait a minute, is that you? Is that is that you? Like, that's not what your profile said. Um, that's not what that looked like, or that's not. So when you start having a conversation with somebody, then you really gonna know. A tree is known by its roots. A tree is known by its roots. You're going to know. I'm sorry. A tree is known by the fruit it bears. I don't know where I got roots from. Tree roots. A tree is known by the fruit it bears. My apologies. That's what I meant to say. It is known by the fruit it bears. So you can say all day you are apple tree. Yeah, I'm an apple tree. Apples and good apples and their apples. And you start talking to somebody and plums start falling and pears start falling. So a tree is known by its fruits. So this is my thing. So nobody answered the question. My question was, say that one more time about that fruit. Yes, about that fruit. The fruit will definitely show up. It definitely will, Tony. It definitely will. So the common denominator in what the men are saying and what the women are saying when it comes to online dating, when it comes to dating. Let me see. That's why when you online dating and you meet that person and it's not what you thought, don't be polite. Don't be polite. And I know you're not saying don't be polite, sis, as in be rude and nasty manner, but it means, hey, no, I'm good on that. Nope. Goodbye. Lose my number if you change numbers. Look, block all of those things. I blocked two guys, y'all. I blocked guys. I ended up blocking two guys because um you there's a an option to delete them, block them, or report people. And I didn't see a need to report anybody, but this first particular guy wanted me to immediately like create a Skype account, a Skype, and I was saying to myself, Skype. But in the world now that we live in, Zoom, Skype, all of those things are prevalent. All those things are prevalent. So he wanted me to create a Skype account so we could start talking because he was like, I'm working and my company uses Skype and I can do this and do that and communicate with you at the same time. And I'm like, hey, how about you just work, do what you need to do, and then we can chat later. But what I'm not going to do at this point is create a Skype account. I don't have one. I don't have a need for one. Oh, this brother went in on me. He went in on me like, well, you're not ready for this, and you don't this, and you don't. So I was polite, sis. I let him know a few things. And then I went ahead and deleted and blocked him. Because, sir, really? The other one was just like, I don't know. Yeah, I just didn't get a good feeling. I just didn't get a good feeling. Didn't get a good feeling. Didn't really get a vibe. The vibe wasn't good. So I'm like, and that's what my sister is saying. That's what she's saying. Don't be polite. Oh, just let them hang on. So, but okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, don't be polite. Um, Nick said, nah, I'm always polite, but it doesn't mean we can hang again. Correct. Correct. He also said a lot of them work for a short period, though. A lot of what work for a short period. I know I was talking and I may have missed why you were saying that. You responded. You said a lot of them work for a short period, though. What works for a short period? What works for a short period? While we're waiting, Claudette said, I love those type. They tell you who they are right off the bat. Take out the guessing work. Yeah, yeah, exactly. He showed me straight up front. So it didn't take any time for me to have to guess or wonder or straight out the box. So a lot of them work for a short period. Women, a lot of women work for a short period though. Now I'm always polite, but it doesn't mean we can hang again. Okay. Women you meet online. I've been in a long 13-year relationship, so I'm not really looking for commitment. Okay. 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 The short period sign works. Okay. I got you. I got you. So you was in it for a long time. You're not looking for that. You're not looking for that. You looking short, quick, sweet. You could maybe talk to, chill with for. You're not looking for your forever boo. In other words, and I guess it definitely does work for things like that. So the common denominator, guys, the common denominator in men and women, lying. Lying is the common denominator that I've heard from all the guys that I've discussed about online dating with and all the ladies that I've discussed with online dating. But guess what? It is not specific to online dating. The common denominator that the men are complaining about and the women are complaining about. When I was at the barbershop getting my hair touched up on the side, when I was getting my hair touched up, my barber and I were talking, and I've known him for years because his son actually attended my daycare. So he was saying, you know, how do you how do you just get into an organic situation? How do you keep a situation just organic? He was like, he has female friends that he talks to, and his female homegirls. And his question is, why does it have to be so hard? Why are you lying so much? Like, why do you have to lie and present this and present that, and knowing that's not who you are? Like, what happened to the organic way of getting to know each other? Like, and then he said, either a woman wants to know where she stands, she wants to have some type of label early on, and she wants to be able to say, I'm this or I'm that, before you really get into a position of knowing her. That was his take on it. From a female perspective, my response to him, well, I'm not going to tell y'all my response yet, but from the female perspective of some ladies that I have spoken to, whether it's online or in person, their complaint and problem is lying. Men are not being truthful. They're not lying. I'm going to come back to you, Kevin. They're not being truthful. They're lying. Like, either they're lying about their relationship status, they're lying about just who they are, they're lying about how much money they make or what they do, or just lying. So Kevin said, now you do have those thirsty folks looking for a hookup. Also, you have those that could be mentally challenged. Oh, wait a minute. Kevin wrote a lot. Mentally challenged. Under no circumstance do you go somewhere not public. Don't go to no hotels or let them pick you up. You meet them in a very public place. And if their actions match their words in their profile, safety first. Exactly, Kevin. Thank you. You are right. You are right. Safety first. Claudette said, those are people that are not looking for real relationships. They're being superficial, so they only want you to know what's on the surface. So they lie. So they lie. That is the common denominator. The common denominator that the men are saying and that the women are saying, brother lying, sister lying, or she wants this or she wants that, or he wants this or he wants that. So my response to my barber, what I said to him is, on both sides of it, we have to understand dating is pretty much like an interview process. Dating is an interview process. Dating is an interview process. In the process of dating and getting to know someone, you are determining if they are the person that you want to be with long term. If they want if you want them to be your right now person, because your right now person can turn into your long-term person. So I told him, this is why I personally believe that we should date more than one person. We're talking about dating. We're talking about dating. We should date more than one person because as a woman, as a woman, for me, as a woman, and ladies, y'all tell me if y'all agree or not. If I'm dating several men, I'm putting myself in a position where I'm not, what are you doing? He didn't call. Where he at? Or I wonder what he's doing. Or I would really like to go somewhere, but I don't have nobody to go with because he's busy. Or he hanging out with the fellas. Or he's at work. Or he just this. Or he just that. It eliminates that. It doesn't put you in a position where you're so dependent and so worried about one particular person. That's only one point. The other point that I agree with dating more than one person is you learn who is for you and who is not. What is for you and what is not. So what I told him was dating more than one person is one way that can work, that works, and that leads you to an organic connection, an organic move of position. Because if I'm dating three guys, for example, if I'm dating three guys, for example, right? And I see this quality in this one, and I see this quality in that one, and I like this in that one, and this one has this one, and this one has, but they all don't have um the okay, and two of them have these different qualities, but this third one right here, he has this, and then some of this. In the process of deciding and seeing who I really like and who I really want to give a chance to, that's how that works. And it works for males too. But guess what the problem is, y'all? Folks want to lie. Please explain to me why grown people who pay their own bills, make their own way, who are responsible for themselves, why are you lying? Why are you lying? Why do grown people? I don't understand why grown people lie, have to lie, feel they have to lie. We too old to be lying. It's 2022. People respect honesty. Exactly. And that's exactly what I told him, Dominic. That's exactly what I told him. I was like, listen, I've met men who have said, I can't be honest because if I be honest with her, she gonna have a fit, she gonna have a problem, she gonna get upset. Women really don't want you to be honest. I do. And I know there are other women that do. That do. Excuse me. I'd rather you be honest with me and take a chance on possibly hurting my feelings than lying to me and build and have me having some false hope. And I'm building something and I'm looking at you in a certain way and I want this and I want that and you're showing me this and you're showing me that, but you're not being honest. Been there, done that, got the shirt, got several of them hanging up. Truth be told. Truth be told. Just be honest. But people are dishonest when they're selfish and they want what they want. So, like my sister said earlier, those people aren't looking for true connections. They're looking to just do what they want to do. Nicole said, yes, I agree. Make sure the people there that they aren't the only one you are dating. That's why you should strive to be friends first. Exactly. If you cannot tell a man or woman that in a conversation, because I don't believe you got to go out and broadcast it. Hey, just to let you know, dating two other guys. I don't think you have to do that. I think when that conversation comes about or the situation comes up, when it's the appropriate time to have that conversation, then you tell that person. Because if there's no commitment, if there's not what I call that come to Jesus meeting, if y'all haven't had that come to Jesus meeting, you have no business, sister, thinking that this man belongs to you just because he took you to dinner or to a concert or y'all chilled and y'all relaxed and y'all enjoyed, even if y'all have had sex. That was your choice. You're an adult. Same thing, vice versa, brothers. If y'all have not had that come to Jesus meeting, if y'all have not sat down and said, hey, will you be my girlfriend? If y'all haven't had that conversation, then what you think and what you feel is just you, that is you, what you think and what you feel. So if you can't honestly say, hey, if he says, hey, I'd like to take you out on Wednesday, and if you already have another date, if you can't say to him, hey, can we do another night because I already have plans for Wednesday, and I'm going out already on Wednesday, and he'd be like, oh, you going out, like you and your girls, what? No, I have a date. If that brother has a problem with that, and he has not said to you, I would love for us to be exclusive. What do you think? Would you like for us to be exclusive? I really want to see where this goes. I really like for us to the next level. If he has not said that and he has a problem or she has a problem with you saying and doing that, they're not in the right position. They're not in the right position for what you're doing and what you're learning for yourself. Dating, Kevin said, dating is the ultimate interview. And any good job, you're going through multiple interviews. That being said, I want my first interview to be so on point that she shuts down opening. It'll be hard for her to date multiples if you blow that first interview up. Forgive my New York attitude, bruh. Uh, BK, sir. BK, sir. All right. Let me see. Okay. So Tony said, to me, lying is an indication. Trying to open it. Is an indication that you feel like your truth will be judged and have an adverse. Why is this closing on? And have an adverse outcome that you may not want. So it is selfish. It is definitely selfish. Kevin said, to me, lying is I'm sorry. Kevin said, true. Okay. Nicole said, I agree. People lie because from their standpoint is the easier route. But in the end, people get hurt. I don't condone lying because it's just easier with less consequences at that time. Claudia said, people can be crazy. If you are seeing other women, I want to know that. So that would be one of the questions I asked. You know what? That's a good point, Claudia. That's a good point. That's a good point. And in that process, she's saying that I'm gonna ask that question because people are crazy. Like you can be out with somebody, and if he's not telling me or she's not telling him, and they come up on somebody that they've spent time with, especially someone they have been sexually intimate with, and this person want to flip out, yeah, you have to handle that accordingly. I agree with both spectrums of that. I'm not gonna broadcast to the brother, but I'm also not going to put him in a situation or anybody else in a situation where it's unsafe or whatever. So if we're out and we come upon somebody who's a friend of mine that I'm getting to know, I'm going to introduce y'all. Your ego may not be able to take that. And if your ego can't take that, then you're not in a position in the circle where I am and working. Because my thing is, a man don't worry about another man. Kevin made a very good point. Kevin said, that first interview, I'm knocking that out the box. I'm knocking that out the box. But to the point of that, Kevin, it's a first interview. It's only a first interview. So I don't know everything I need to know for me in that first interview to say, I'm cutting everybody off. But in the process of us doing this thing, that's another thing I said to my barber. I was like, listen, if in the process of dating the three, that one, he can move all those other ones out of the way. And all he has to do is be him. It's not a competition. I don't want someone doing something because I've convinced them to. My niece and I were having this conversation earlier. It needs to be organic. It needs to be just a flow of, can we just stop lying to each other? Like, can we, for what? And the men are complaining and the women are complaining about the same damn thing. How about we stop lying and nobody will have to complain? Be open, be honest, and enjoy the process. Dating should be fun. If you're not having fun, I'm not saying it's going to be perfect and every day is going to be this and every day and you're going to have your emotions, especially when you get to the point where you're starting to like somebody and you want to spend more time with them and they don't seem to be quite on the same level of playing with you just yet. It can't get aggravating and frustrating. Let's be real. This ain't no perfect, oh, I got this thing down. That's not what this is at all. But through the process, patience and allowing someone to come how they want, when they want, the way they want is organic. It's real. And it helps you to see, it helps them to see what they really want. And like I said, my niece and I were having this discussion. Like, that's like forcing something. Like, I wanted you to come over and you didn't come over, so like, what are you doing now? Like, what? And I get it, y'all. We've all done it at some point in some time. We've all done it because we want what we want. But in doing it, how productive was it for us? How helpful was it for us? Speaking of Niecy, Ashley said, if you aren't honest, you're going to get stuck or you're going to be stuck. She said, if you aren't honest, you're going to be stuck. Let me try to read this from, because the iPad is only staying up for a quick and then it's going away. So let me try to get everybody's. You have, okay. So, okay, territorial. People can be crazy. Yes. So Nicole said, yes, some people are territorial. Kevin said, if you lie, I gotta say bye. If it don't fit, we gotta acquit. If you lie, I gotta say bye. Exactly. Exactly. Nicole said, you have to be mature and secure in relationships too. All this ties back to a person's self esteem. Do they have self esteem to handle all these different scenarios? Most definitely so, Nicole. That is a very good point. That is it. And y'all. Nicole, thank you for bringing me to commercial break. Counseling. Counseling. I am an advocate for counseling. It is the best gift option thing you can do for yourself. Whether you are in a situation where things are topsy turvy and you're trying to get them right or not, I think counseling should come. And I wish I would have learned this and knew this before. I think it should come before there's an issue. That's why premarital counseling it should be a required necessity before anybody can ever get married. Anybody, everybody. Premarital counseling should be a part of signing the papers, premarital counseling. Let me see your certificate. Let me see your day of completion. Um, but self esteem, when we don't deal with our low self esteem issues, it gravitates into our relationships and it destroys them and it makes them, it makes the other person unhappy. It puts a burden onto the relationship. So, counseling, counseling. You might want to be in a relationship. You might want to be up under somebody, but please understand, it's gonna last and it's gonna work when you come ready. Nobody's gonna be perfect. You're never gonna fully know someone. But when you take the time to know yourself before you want somebody else to know you, do you have something to say? Nicole also said people have been lying so long and possibly getting away with it. It's hard to be honest, I guess. I agree with that. I agree with that. I think I don't think it's easier when you're in a situation to want to get what you want to just lie. For some people, it's easier. Some people, you know, um, have guilt behind it. But there are people, like I said, my ex was a professional, prof- pro- professional, with a straight face, with a smile, with with all of it. Because and then it just comes down to selfish motives. Look, y'all, I have no reason. I have no shame. I have no guilt. Because when people do things and they're not honest with you, that's not on you. Do not take on the burden of someone else's foolishness. We might feel used or we might feel mistreated and we might question ourselves because sometimes people can make you question yourself. If they say something long enough and they got that and wait a minute, dang, did I? Am I? Counseling. Know thyself, know thy worth. Premarital counseling. Nicole said premarital counseling might even be helpful before a marriage proposal acceptance. Yo, Nicole, I said this last week. I said this last week. If you get premarital counseling after the proposal, you have done it too late. It is too late. It's too late. It's too late. If you already proposed and you have not had premarital counseling, because a proposal is a promise to go into a marriage. A proposal is a promise to go into a marriage. So you already jumping ahead of if you should or not. Should you even propose to this person? Premarital counseling. Hey Ross, hey Cynthia. Premarital counseling. So if we go into, lying, Dominic said, that's facts. Just be proud that you did your part. I'm a big believer in putting positive energy out and getting it back, even if it doesn't come when you feel like it should. Exactly. Exactly. Like, this is why, y'all, 99, let me not say 99. That's like the majority of the time, let me be safe. The majority of the time when y'all see me, y'all see my post, y'all see me doing my lives, y'all see me in my car jamming because I love music, my lunchtime quickies, y'all see all of that. That is because there is a peace and a joy that I have, that I've earned and I've gained and I've taken, that I refuse to let anyone have. No one is worth my energy. I'm not fighting. I'm not arguing. I'm not fussing. We're gonna have some disagreements. I get that. Me and my sister just had one. And we didn't speak for several days, y'all. And my heart was broke. I was hurt. My sister, I kept wanting to call her, but she's mad at me. But doesn't mean we don't love each other. But we have, you have disagreements. And you have to understand that that's a part of life and relationships. You're going to have disagreements. But what I'm not going to do is get myself all worked up and have all this fineness all twisted and upset and bothered. I refuse to do that again. That comes from learning. That doesn't come from bitterness. Please understand. That just comes from learning. Oh, okay, Lord, I get it. Thank you. I get it. So Kevin said, take your time and be deliberately slow, whether live or online. Folks tend jumped. Folks tend to show their true colors when they can't rush you into something. You'll find out a lot about their patience. A true connection is the maturation of time and consistency. Most definitely. Most definitely. Nicole said, yes, go through all the seasons of the year and things will manifest themselves, whether positive or negative. Yep, that is a good point. So, whether it's online dating or in person dating, whether someone has introduced you to someone, y'all met, however, go through the process. Take your time. Enjoy getting to know each other. Enjoy dating and figuring out and seeing what's good, what's not, what works, what doesn't. Be honest. Be honest. Be honest. Mm-hmm. Yep. Kevin. Nicole hit that, didn't she? Target. She hit that. Go through all the seasons of the year and things will manifest themselves, whether positive or negative. I've heard and I've read, and y'all, I'm sure y'all have heard this too, that you should see someone deal with every type of situation in life before even considering them as somebody you're going to be with. Every season, like Nicole said, I need to see you when you're sick. I need to see you when you're broke. I need to see you when you laid off. I need to see you when you working. I need to see you when you healthy. I need to see you. I need to know how you deal with your mama. I need to know how you deal with your daddy. I need to know how you deal with your children. I need to know how you deal with your finances. I need to know if when you're sick, which most men are big babies, I need to know that when you're sick, um, how are you? Like when somebody's sick and not feeling well, they don't feel well. So I'm not gonna judge, how they are. That's so important. Yep, Tony. I'm not gonna judge how they are when they're sick. But I need to know. I need to know, am I gonna have a big crybaby on my hands? Like when my man is sick, do I need to put on my nursing uniform and, you know, take care? I need to know. These are questions. I have a little segment that I do, y'all. And I haven't done one in a minute. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It came from questions that I thought I knew about my ex. And it's called, oh, dog, sis, what is it called that I do? Thoughts I be thinking. Thoughts I be thinking. I posted I posted some of them on the page. They're all on TikTok. And I have a little album and it's in my phone and the videos are thoughts I be thinking. And I was like, my very first one, it was about child support. Thoughts I be thinking, y'all, because I ain't know stuff. I was told some different stuff, but then I found out some stuff. Kevin, I ain't messing with you. I'm coming back to that. So thoughts I be thinking, and I be in my car, my truck, and I be like, thoughts I be thinking. Next time, I'm gonna ask, are you in the Riz with child support? Thoughts I be thinking. Thoughts I be thinking. Next time, I'm gonna ask, how many times have you been arrested? Thoughts I be thinking. Yo, it's for I have about 5 or 6 of them. 5 or 6 of them. But truth be told, this was real to me. And I made joke out of it, but it generated a thought process. It generated some things that I didn't expect. And being that I did not expect them and I was being told something different, um, I can't just listen to your words. You got to show me. And then some stuff popped up that I wouldn't even have thought to have asked. Thoughts I be thinking. Kevin said, because a good point. Kevin said, I need to see how she act without her rose. I tried not to laugh when I first read it, Kevin. You so stupid. Claudia said, so you gonna have the rose conversation? Kevin says he gonna Kevin just they cracking up. Man, Kevin, yep. We had to have that rose conversation. So, brother, let me ask you. Do you have a problem with toys? Do you have a problem with incorporating toys? Thoughts I'd be thinking. Tony, right? Tony, Kevin be bugging. Kevin be bugging on that rose. I love it though. I love it. I love it. We gonna get Kevin on the rose side yet. Whoever that lady is, whoever that love woman, that woman is, that God has created and fashioned and making perfect just for Kevin. She gonna come with a rose, Kevin. We turned this a little bit. So Claudia says, so if you have a problem with toys, we can't be friends. I'm sure she said we can't be friends. He just won't let the rose go. Tony, Tony, you know, I'm like, I'm saying, Kevin, I'm gonna send you a message. I got a question for you, Kevin. Kevin, what's your phone? Look, inbox me your phone number, Kevin. We gotta talk today. Cause I got a question. Kevin said, yeah, that rose coming to the interview. Yeah, Kevin bringing the rose to the interview process. Kevin said the rose is coming to the interview process. Why are you stupid? You stupid. Yo, y'all, it is 8:16. We gotta go. We gotta go. Hey, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for the great conversation and the great input. But listen, whether you are online or whether you are in person, the bottom line comes down to let's be honest. Let's be honest. And if someone, I ain't playing with y'all, if someone does not accept your honesty, if they do not accept your honesty and your truths, they are not the person for you. They're not the person for you. And there's so many people out there, like, good gracious, these dating sites have shown. There, y'all, there are a lot of single, there are a lot of single, lonely, hurting people. And when I say hurting, I don't mean hurting as in, they've been hurt, so they're going to hurt somebody, hurt people, hurt people. That's not what I mean. I mean people that are genuinely bothered that they cannot find the right partner. People who are genuinely upset, that not upset in a negative way. I don't want to leave it like there's angry single people walking around. But I read so much on these men's profiles. So much. And I don't see the women's profiles because I mean, you put what you're into, and that's not what I'm into. But from what I was told today by the male that I was talking to, that dealing with the same site that I was dealing with, it's the same thing. There are lots and lots and lots of people wanting balance in their lives with someone else, but they don't have it and they can't seem to get it because I feel like we just passing each other. Like, just be honest. Be honest. Enjoy this. Enjoy the process. If you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. You're not doing it right if you're not having a good time. All right, y'all. On this time for real. So listen. If you are in the ATL, or if you close to the ATL, I have been persuaded to have another movie on the lawn. Movie on lawn. Y'all, I do movies on my lawn in my backyard. We come out, we put the screen up, we have a good time. Start off at 7 o'clock. We have a good time. And then when it gets dark, all the lights go out and the movie comes on the screen and we watch a good movie. So if you're in the A, we are once again doing a movie on the lawn tomorrow night as requested. And I have no problem because I love to entertain. I love for my family to come over, my people, and have a good time. So if you like to come, inbox me, hit me up some type of way, and I give you the address. And you come out tomorrow night. Come out. We'll kick off about 7. Bring what you like to drink and enough to share. All right, y'all. So let's love on one another. Let's be honest with one another, and let's live this life in a happy manner. Cause some of us ain't gonna be here forever. Nobody's gonna be here forever. But y'all know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? For those who have different belief factors, um, I personally want to be here when Jesus cracked when he comes through the clouds, when he cracked the sky, come through the clouds. That's my belief. Don't have to be yours. But I want to be here. I want to be here. I don't want to leave this earth angry and upset and lonely and because can't just tell the truth. Us as a race don't really have a lot of history with counseling. Men are taught to man up or toughen up. Wow, okay. Nick, I'm Dominic. I'm glad I saw that before we left. Just be proud. Just be proud that you did your part. Okay. You're right. As a race, counseling tends to be a taboo. Like counseling, especially black men. I ain't going to counseling. Ain't nobody gonna sit up and tell me how to run my house. Ain't nobody going when I'm sick. How do you care for me? Ooh, Ashley, good point. Nobody gonna tell me how to run my house. Listen, counseling is not trying to tell you what to do. The right counselor, the right mix, because all of them aren't right, you have to get your right mix, will help you to see things and you make your own decision. They're not going to tell you what you should do. They're going to give you the tools to help you to maybe see things in another way, have another perspective, so you can make that decision for yourself. And Ashley made a good point. Excuse me. How do you treat me when I'm sick? How do you care for me? That is so crucial and important. Some men and some women tend to not have um, a lot of compassion. And of course we know a lot of times that comes from how you were raised, how you were taught, how your mother dealt with you and treated you and took care of you. Um, a lot of that comes from there. Compassion. We have to have compassion. If you have a lady that loves to hear you say she's beautiful, she looks nice, um, appease her. Give her that. If you have a man that wants you to tell him he looks good and oh baby, you did a great job and oh I appreciate you, and not tell him, well, that's what you're supposed to do. A man's supposed to take care. And no, ain't nobody supposed to do nothing. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. You don't. But, but when we stroke those egos enough, I'm not talking about telling him things that's not true. I mean telling him things that will encourage him and helping her to feel good about herself. All right, y'all. Ashley done started something brand new. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Y'all have a great weekend. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel if you have not. Hit the bell icon, and I will see y'all next week. Keep sending me y'all topics. Keep sending comments. This was my brainchild tonight from my experience, but y'all send me some more. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. All right. Love y'all. Have a great weekend. Bye, Nicole. Love you, girl. Boop, boop, boop. Ending therapy is basically